it's Tara Radcliffe and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Kookoo Sabzi, which is pretty much a herb frittata. It has a ton of herbs in it. We have parsley, dill, cilantro, I'm gonna add some romaine, and a bunch of other good things. You guys, this is one of my favorite Iranian dishes, and I'm sure you're going to love it. You can use it as a main dish, you can use it as an appetizer, it's great for lunch, it's great for dinner, whatever it may be, this is an amazing dish, and it's so healthy for you. So let's get right into it and let me show you how to make this great dish called Kookoo Sabzi. All right guys, so we're at the stove right now. I've heated up my skillet. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. I would say like 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm just going to give that a little whirl like so. I have finely chopped some half an onion and also 2 small leeks. You can use 2 small leeks or 1 large leek, whatever you have, it's all good. I'm really finely chopped that up, and then I also gave it a good rinse. You want to make sure you give it a double rinse after you chop it because sometimes leeks hold a lot of dirt in between its little layers. So we're just going to do that and add this to our pan. We're going to give everything a good stir down to about a medium high heat. And let's go back to the herbs. We're going to give those a good chop and add it to our mix. All right guys, so while your leeks and onions are sauteing, you want to start chopping your herbs. And the first thing we're going to use is 1 bunch of cilantro. I'm just going to take that, give that a good chop. So we're going to get 1 bunch of dill. Beautiful. And I have 2 bunches of parsley. You can use the curly parsley or the Italian parsley. It really doesn't matter. Again, just give everything a good chop. And then you're just going to mix everything up and just chop away. You're going to make sure that all your herbs are super finely chopped. And do not use a food processor. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, I'm just going to use a food processor and chop it. Don't do that. It's going to give it a completely different consistency, and it almost like makes your herbs like watery, and you don't want to do that. It's a completely different blade. So just use a really fine, very sharp chef's knife, and you're going to be good. This will just take you a couple minutes, and that's it guys, it's pretty easy. So I am almost done with all my herbs. It looks great. We have a really great texture and consistency right now. This is what you're going to want to look for when you're chopping your herbs. Super fine. I'm also going to use half a head of romaine. A lot of people are Iranian and be like, why are you going to add that? Trust me guys, add a little romaine. It makes your Kookoo Sabzi super fluffy, and yeah, it just gives it like a whole nother element, which I love. So you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to chop it up into super fine pieces, just like your herbs. All right, guys. So we are all good to go. I've incorporated my romaine and my herbs together. Everything looks super chopped up and ready to be incorporated with our other ingredients. So let's go over there. All right, guys. So now it's time to put everything together. I have about 1 cup of walnuts here. I'm just going to give that a good chop as well. Make sure it's super, super fine because this is going to add a really yummy texture to your Kookoo Sabzi or Iranian Herb Frittata. So give it a good little rough chop. This is not something that's mandatory in a lot of the Kookoo Sabzi recipes out there, but I like it, I prefer it because it kind of gives it like another element to the dish, which I really like. If you don't have walnuts, it's all good. Just skip this step. Almost done with this. It's looking pretty. So I have 6 eggs over here set aside in a bowl. I'm just going to give that all a whisk. And you may think, oh, that's a lot of eggs. It's actually not. When it comes to, when you add everything together, the eggs are actually almost like not even there. You're going to have a really thick mix, you know? So it'll be mostly just all herbs and your nuts, and we're gonna add some barberries in there as well. So I'm just gonna give everything a good whisk, like so. And then I have a couple tablespoons of turmeric, I have a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, and I also have a teaspoon of baking powder. Just gonna give that all a little mix like this. And we're going to add that to our egg mix. I also have a tablespoon of dried fenugreek. If you don't have an international store next to you, you can usually get these at like the Indian store or an Iranian market. But if you don't have that next to you, don't worry about it. Again, this is an optional ingredient that you can add. I just love the taste of fenugreek, and I think it adds like a completely different element to the dish. So it's super yummy. I'm gonna add this as well. And then once we have that all in there, I'm just gonna give that another quick stir. Get all of my seasoning together, incorporated in the eggs, so that every bite tastes even, you know? That makes sense. Okay, so now that that's all together, we're going to take our herbs and the romaine that we just chopped up, and we're going to add that to our eggs. Give that all a good toss. And then we're going to add our chopped walnuts that we just chopped up. And then over here is an optional ingredient that you can use. These are called barberries. It's a Iranian barberry berry, and you get this at the Iranian market. It has like a sour, sweet taste to it, and I like to add it to this because it just kind of gives it, again, like another pop of flavor. But if you don't have an international market next to you, don't worry about this. This is just something I like to add. But if you don't have it, it's all good. Oh, and what I did was I rinsed it first, and I soaked it for about an hour because that way the barberries kind of loosen up a little bit, and they heat better when you have them soaked for a while. So all we're going to do is give everything a good stir again. It's looking super yummy. See how thick it is? This is what you're going to be looking for. You don't want it to have too much liquid because it is going to be like, this whole dish is about mostly your herbs, and the eggs are just like a binding for everything. But don't be alarmed when you see it this thick, because that's the way it's supposed to look like. All right, guys, so we are back at our onions and leek situation we got going on here, and we're just going to add our herb mix to our skillet. And it's gonna look like this. Beautiful. And then we're just going to flatten everything out. We're gonna kind of mix in those onions and leeks a little bit. Put the heat up to high. Definitely make sure that you use a non-stick pot for this, or skillet for this. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bunch of crumbled herbs. It's not gonna work. So make sure a good non-stick skillet. The skillet that I like to use is from this company called Scanpan, and they make these professional skillets that are like amazing. Like nothing ever sticks to it, and when you're cleaning it, you just have to give it a little wipe, and it's perfect. And no, they didn't sponsor this video. I just like a good product when I see it. All right, so our kuku is nice and flat at this point. I'm just gonna cover it up. I don't know if I have a lid for this, but I'm just going to use a baking sheet really quick. So hold on, I'm just gonna put that on top. We're gonna let this set for about like 3 to 5 minutes, not longer. Kind of give it a good little shake. You see how it's like easily moving, and that's what you're looking for. Also, you want to see like how it's still like not set at the top. That's also a good sign, because we're going to now take this down to the broiler. We're going to hit it with the broiler for about 5 minutes just to set everything and get it that really nice golden color on top. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, just going to take this, put this underneath our broiler. Make sure you have an oven-safe skillet there. And I like to keep it a little cracked open because I can't tell you how many times I've lit shit on fire in there. So I always like to peek, you know, make sure it's not overdoing it. But yeah, we're gonna hit that for about 5 minutes. Keep checking on it every minute or so because some broilers are a lot more powerful than others. So keep your eye on it. Nice, huh? All right. All right, guys, look how beautiful this is. You can either take it off of your skillet, or you can just cut it where it is and serve it like so. So I'm just actually I am gonna put this on a plate. So hold on one second. I'm gonna slide this right out. See how it just slides out so perfectly. Boom. Making a little mess here, but that's okay. Put that a little bit in my mouth. It's really hot. Really, really good. Okay. It's so good. Okay. All right, guys, so you can see here how beautiful this looks. You can add some fresh barberries like what we have in the zarishka as your topping, or you can add some walnut as like a garnish, whatever you want, or you can just keep it simple. But you can kind of make it like, you can decorate it if you want. So what we're going to do is just kind of cut it up. I cut it up like a pie slice, like this, and you can eat this by itself. You can put this in between some bread, add some more fresh herbs that are not cooked. You guys are not gonna be disappointed. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's really good. All right, guys, so that's it. That's like the simplest way to make Kookoo Sabzi. It's so fast, it's so delicious, it's so healthy. I mean, there's no carbs in this, totally low carb, full of protein, full of nutrients from the herbs. It doesn't get any better than this. So give this a shot, let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and you know the drill, all of that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.